Rashawn.
Welcome. Hello. Am I live? Am I live? Am I live? Am I live? Yes, I am. Welcome, Jamie. Hello, Angie. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Curl. Hello, Jennifer, Michael, Darren, Leslie, Nancy, Nanette, Rick, Whitney, Maria, Cindy, everybody else who's joining us. I love it. I'm in Starbucks. I'm in Starbucks with Jamie. Is that where we're at? Is that where we're at, Jamie? Ha ha. I recognize Starbucks. That's one place I recognize. All right. Welcome to day number 4 of the 5-day listing class. And I'm so excited that you're here today. So I'll give you a little bit of review about what we've done so far, what we're going to do today, what we'll do tomorrow. On Monday, we to remind you, I introduced myself to you, and together we discovered why you sell real estate. And then I introduced to you the CPI framework for you to begin to use to make sales. And we looked at the options that you have to make sales. And you chose one way, your way, to be able to approach this real estate sales business. On Tuesday, we learned about how to select your way to make sales, and we talked about 3 tactics. This was the for sale by owners, the open house, as well as the Facebook lead generator. And then on Wednesday, we did a deep dive into your way to make sales. And we reviewed that framework, if you remember, of what are the 12 steps that we take before we meet with a seller so that you get hired 85% of the time. Today is Thursday. You're going to learn the scientific hack for you to be the very best version of yourself possible. This hack is going to work for you not only in, to be able to help you make better sales or more sales. It's also going to allow for you to get the most out of life. Because after all, we only have one life as far as I know. And, if you ask me, I'm all in on this one life that I have at least. And I know that you agree with that. And then I'm going to tell you about the 27 days to no broke months today. I'm going to tell you about that as an option for you to be able to partner with myself, with my team, so that we could take your will, your willingness, your skill, and partner it with a done-for-you system so that you just have to basically, like, you buckle yourself into the ship, and the ship's already rolling, and we do the heavy lifting for you. So you're going to learn about that today. And then tomorrow we're going to deep dive into how to instantly connect with another using the CPI communication model. And you'll discover 10 things that cost you zippy talent and 0 money. So even if at the end of these 5 days you still think you can't do it, I'll show you things that you don't need any talent, no money, no talent, and you can still have great success. So I do want to emphasize that right now is the time for you to take action to be able to have success in this business, because big data, artificial intelligence, technology, and commoditization, and over the next 30 days to 18 months, the economy is going to be a circumstance. Those are 5 circumstances that are going to be pulling you back unless if you take massive action today. And it doesn't even have to be massive action. It just has to be consistent action. It could be small action daily that will compound. And I am pleading with you to understand that now is the time for you to take action. Before we kick it off, I'm going to invite for you to join me in the CPI manifesto. And then we'll go ahead and we'll learn what you guys have learned over the last few days. So on 3, I'm going to ask for you to take yourself off of mute, if you could, please. And then join me, and let's get a big woo at the end of this as well. So 1, 2, 3. I know my why. I know my way. I believe in me. I'm a kick-ass CPI agent. Woo! Jamie, I need a big woo. Oh, come on! All right, we'll excuse your woos for today. Tell us about your experience, if you could, please. And I'm gonna ask for everybody to turn on your cameras, because when you have your camera on, then we can have a better conversation. We can interact more effectively. Just a reminder real quick for VIP members, at the end of today at 1 p.m. today, we're going to do a CPI coaching mastermind. You're invited to that. That's the opportunity for you to come in, share any of your concerns, share any business concerns, business challenges that you're encountering, anything that you whether it's you're building building a team, or you've got a transaction that's going south, or you've got a couple buyers on the fence and you don't know how to convert them. Whatever it is, join us at 1 p.m. for VIP members, and we'll go ahead and we'll troubleshoot those in real time today. So I'm excited for that for the VIP members. All right. That's all the stuff. Let's jump into it. Tell us about your experience over the first, I guess, 3.5 days at this point. Who's had some successes? Who's had some challenges? Who has some questions? What do you guys got?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Who was that? Ah!
That was Cindy Sanchez.
Cindy Sanchez. Before Michael, it will be recorded, but also you could join us next week as well. I don't know if that's going to accommodate your schedule or not. Would you be able to join us next week? Because we do that every Thursday. I'll have Leslie reach out to you, Michael. We'll figure that out for you. Okay. Yeah, you could do it next Thursday if that's better for you. Cindy, go ahead. What questions? What would you like to share? What ahas? Anything you got?
Well, actually, the story in your book where you talk about the house that was so horrible in a great neighborhood. My daughter had that experience, more or less.
Okay.
They had pigs and chickens in the house, and it was an amazing neighborhood. Should have been an amazing house. And the guy just had a dysfunctional wife. He had some airport hangers and all that kind of stuff. But she helped him get through Rio. They were able to get a new house, and she sold their house.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm in that home right now. So,
That's so cool.
I got a nice, beautiful pool back over there. My mom's house, I built it over there. There's a bridge. It's just amazing. Nice. But this was an extraordinarily dysfunctional property when I bought it. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what she went through. And she's like my hero. She helps me stay motivated, and so do you.
Hey,
so
all right.
Stuff, and I'm hanging in there.
All right. I'm glad that you have heroes. Glad that your daughter's your hero. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to ask a quick question.
Okay, who's speaking? I think you're on mute, whoever was speaking.
What? My name is Hirsch Stewart.
Say that one more time, please.
Hirsch Stewart.
Okay, nice to meet you. All right, go ahead.
Hi. Are you familiar with New York? The market in New York, real estate?
Yes, it's very different than New York and New Jersey are very different than most other states.
So my question is to you. I have somebody like in a neighborhood in Queens wants 2%. I'm doing cold call.
Okay.
Want to give me 2, but I don't think 2 is fair, right? Because if I have to split it with another broker, what do you suggest I do to get them to give me 4? That won't push them.
Okay. It's a little bit more complicated than what I can approach right now. So first of all, let's not talk about commissions. What we could talk about it generally, which what we could say is if I'm talking to somebody and whatever they're offering to me is not appropriate, and I want to say, for example, charge more than that, how do I do that? Right? Because we want to make sure that we're following all the antitrust things because we can't talk about commissions as brokers to brokers. So if you're intending to get a higher compensation for your services, then the reality of it is first of all, when you're approaching a for sale by owner, they may have unrealistic expectations. The reality of it is they just may not be in a position right now where they're ready to hire you and pay you an appropriate compensation. Okay. again, I'm going to stay away from the 2%, but let's say it was whatever percent it was. Let's say it was A, and A percent was less than what you would typically pay for a buyer's agent. Okay, then we already know there's not even enough in there to actually even do the transaction. Okay, so if whatever the percentage is less than what you'd have to go and pay a buyer's agent, and there's nothing left over for you, then that's probably not a good prospect at this time. So to be able to approach that, I would suggest to be able to create value with them, contribute to them, continue to be able to help them in a way that they can then see that you're valuable to them. And 1 out of 7 of those people will end up hiring you. Simultaneous to that, you need to go and find other people to offer your services to. So first of all, congratulations for where you're at right now, where you've got somebody that at least has some interest.
By the way,
And that person's probably not your ideal client yet.
It's not for sale by owner. It's somebody that I spoke to follow up a long time, and they trying to sell it off market. But
They're trying to sell it off market. Okay.
they are trying to. But when I spoke to him, he said to me that that he is willing to give me a try, but this is the number he wants. My question is, do you think it's good to just get him to meet me? Don't
Sure.
promise anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you're following a process, right? Like I never, I don't know, right? Like my job is to get to the next point. And so when I meet with them, then I'm going to endeavor to be able to get them to pay me the compensation that I deserve.
Okay. And then one more thing.
Yeah, sure.
I have a listing that's signed. We have a listing that's signed. Me and my partner, and the house is in Long Island, and the owner is a public figure. He doesn't want people to know that we're selling, because other people, you know what I mean? They like if other people might go talk to him. My question is, how would you sell a property like that? Do you have any creative ways that I don't have to put the address? I could just put the neighborhood.
Yeah, you'd have to first of all look to see, do you have any buyers? That's going to be pretty limited. But then you're going to then look for relationships that you have with other real estate agents, and you're going to have to start something like that. You're going to really have to do some legwork to make that work. It's going to be a lot harder, obviously, but it is a unique situation. And if you want, I can introduce you to a couple agents in your area that at least, maybe if it was me, I'd be making phone calls to every agent that I know and presenting it to them. And then also I'll introduce some people to you as well. So Les, can you help get him introduced to Efren at the very least, and we'll get your information.
So I'm from Cedarhurst.
Say it again.
You know what that is? Cedarhurst, Nassau County. Cedarhurst, Woodmere, Lawrence, Nassau County.
Okay. Just put your information in there, and Leslie will connect with you. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome. It's my pleasure. All right. We got 2 minutes left before I got to start teaching. Who else has an aha question, comment? How can I help you best right now? Tell us about your experience over the past few days, if you could, please.
This is Darren. I'll do it fast because I'm driving.
All right, you're good.
But I'm really grateful, and thank you so much for everything that you're teaching. It's true, when you start like putting the things to work, they work. Because I was doing the thing for sale by owner. I was sad because nobody was responding. I was like, oh no. But then yesterday somebody replied, and I was like really, really happy. So thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Let me break the news to everybody here. You're going to get a whole heck of a lot more rejections than you will get positives. Once you understand that, then when you get the rejections, you'll stop making them mean something. Once upon a time, I was a real estate broker and I owned a rather large franchise, or I was a franchisee, and I took about 20 or so agents to a convention, a national convention. And at the top of the stage there was two gentlemen, Ben Kinney and Gary Keller. So you probably know who Gary Keller is. You probably know who Ben Kinney is. If you don't know who Ben Kinney is, you probably absolutely know who Gary Keller is. Either way, I have a guest with me. She's sitting right next to me. And my guest whispers to my ear and she says, "Look how successful Ben is. That's so great that he's the most successful person in the room." Minus Gary, of course. And I said to her, I said, "Well, actually, I think he's the biggest failure." And she's like, "What?" I was like, "Ask me at lunch. I'll tell you later." Fast forward, we go and I bring him out to lunch. We're all sitting at the lunch table. She's sitting next to me again. And she says, "Hey, Dan, what did you mean by that when you said that Ben was the biggest failure in the room?" Ben, who is actually one of the most successful people in the room as well as the biggest failure, takes more shots than anybody else. Ben fails more often than anybody else. Ben fails faster and gets to the success. Okay, so once you understand that, I want you to understand that you will fail. You will fail often. The successful people don't even recognize it. All right, I don't even know how often I fail every single day, how many no's I get. I don't know. I've gotten no's today, but it doesn't even register to me. It's just a no is just on a pathway to a yes. You guys all understand that? Does that make sense, everybody? All right, so I want to make sure that we're all on the same page with that, because what happens is sometimes you get that no, 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 and then it's like, oh, you feel defeated. Just have faith. You take the action. I promise you the results will be there. I promise you. And the only things that can cause you to not have success are going to be fear, greed, and doubt. So you may be thinking, am I doing this the right way? How do I stop the cycle of ups and downs? And how do I gain my time back? That's fear that's getting in your way. Let me help you. Let me help you get past that. I'll tell you later today how I can do so. You may be thinking this takes too much money, too much time. I have to take time away from my family. Big data. You may or may not realize, and I've said it every day this week about big data, artificial intelligence, commoditization of technology. You may not even realize what I mean when I say that is on the we're on the doorstep of that changing our industry. It's not that far-fetched today that the consumer, that the big data and artificial intelligence is going to know that the consumer is selling and buying before you do, before they do. Well, guess what? That's going to drastically change the way we do business. It is paramount that you take action today because things are changing. Greed can get in your way. I remember, I'll tell you the story. I'll be honest with you. I bought the brokerage that I used to own when I was licensed for 18 months. And when I look back on that, that was a mistake. It was a mistake because I hadn't fully developed my own personal book of business. I hadn't yet learned what I needed to learn to be able to be in a position of leading 100 and some odd people. But it was greed that made me say yes. It was greed and fear because I thought, inappropriately, if I don't take this opportunity, it won't be given to me again. Well, what I learned was if you have success, opportunity will always show up. Okay, now I'm not regretful that I did it. I learned so much. Yet if I was coaching myself today, if I was coaching my 18-year younger self, I would have said, "Hey, Dan, chill out. The opportunity will come. Right now, you need to learn." Greed got in my way. Fear got in my way. Doubt. You may right now believe, I don't believe in myself. That may or may not be conscious. It may be root in your subconscious. Guess what? We're going to go through an exercise today to pull that out of your subconscious, by the way. Because if you don't believe in yourself, no matter what else we do today, this week, tomorrow, yesterday, you're going to be stuck. I don't want you to be stuck. Let's talk about the self-coaching model. So I'm going to teach you what's called the self-coaching model. Another sales company, not sales company, coaching company used to teach this as a part of the curriculum. They don't teach it anymore. And they claimed it on as their own. However, I learned this for the first time. I learned in a course called Landmark Education. And then secondarily, I learned it from a gentleman named Sean Covey. Sean Covey published this in 1983, and that other coaching company didn't start until 25 years ago. I don't know how they can own it if the concept was published before they were even in business. So I'm going to continue teaching it, even if they continue giving me nasty letters. I don't care because it's valuable. All right, so this is called the self-coaching model, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for you to pull out a piece of paper and pull out a pen. And I'm going to ask for you guys on your piece of paper and your pen. Let me get this situated so maybe we can make it a little bit better here. Give me a second. There we go. I think that's better. All right. So on your paper and your pen, I'm going to ask for you to, we're going to draw like a clock. Okay. So Matt, so we're going to use the entire piece of paper right now. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to draw a clock, and at the top of that clock, at the 12 o'clock position, I want you guys to write down the word circumstance. So everybody go ahead and write that down right now. All right, so this is where we all start. There's a circumstance, and that circumstance could be it's raining outside. That circumstance could be I'm watching cable news day in and day out. And that circumstance can be causing you to have certain thoughts. Okay, so it's raining out. Now I may be thinking, oh crap, it's raining out. I hate rainy days. I may be thinking, hey, it's raining out. Let's go jump in the puddles, right? Whatever the case may be. But there's a circumstance. There's 38% less listings on the market today than there were a year ago. That's a circumstance. Now, when you hear that, very likely you have a thought. 38% less opportunity with 60% more agents. And now you have a thought. So when you wrote down circumstance at the 12 o'clock position, I want you to write down the word thought at the 2 o'clock position. And so the circumstance leads to a thought. And you're going to have a thought about whatever that is. 38% less listening. Oh, crap, that doesn't sound good. And now you're going to have a feeling about that. So that feeling could be, in this case, using that 38%, it could be like, wow, I don't feel good about that. I'm scared. What the heck, right? Like, that makes me feel like crap. And I want you to go ahead and write down feelings at about, call it 5 o'clock. Can you guys see feeling? Yeah, you can see feeling. Okay. And so again, just like a clock, so the circumstance leads to the thought leads to the feelings. And now I'm feeling something. And now I'm going to take action based off of that feeling. The action that I take is going to be rooted in that feeling often. So if I'm feeling like defeated, and if I'm feeling like crap, then you're probably going to take the actions that a defeated person would take. And that's not what we want from you. And so we'll get there. We'll get to how to hack this here in a second. So the feelings are going to lead to an action. So around the, call it 7 o'clock position, we're going to put the word action. And then the action, if you're having, the circumstance is not ideal and you're having crappy thoughts about that, and then you have crappy feelings about that, and now you do crappy actions about it, guess what your results are going to be? Crappy results. You guys follow me on that? Okay, so you're going to have poor results. By the way, maybe when I do a review of this class and I see myself saying crappy, maybe I'll give myself some constructive feedback. I may be able to change that approach a little bit. Hey, I'm learning. All right, so you're gonna have less than perfect results. So results are the results of the action that you take, and then those results then lead back into the circumstance. So what do you notice about this? Hopefully you notice that this is a closed loop. This is a loop, which is the reason why I've got a friend who was in Seattle, Washington, who got married. I went to her wedding. It was within the first month or so after I got my real estate license. So it was that long ago. And her wedding was in Hawaii. Beautiful wedding. Beautiful wedding. It was like, it was like out in the ocean and the waves were coming in during the wedding. It was fantastic. And, they had the pig roast and the luau and everything. And guess what? The guy that she married was a slime ball. The guy that she married was abusive, was an alcoholic, was a gambler, treated her poorly. She divorced him. Well, guess what? Guess who the next guy that she dated was? Same guy. And guess who the next guy was? Same guy. Different name, different body, same guy. She's in that cycle of the same thing happening over and over and over again. She's probably having feelings of or thoughts that she's not worthy, feelings that she's not worthy, and then she takes actions and she gets together with a guy that's less than perfect, like far less than perfect, like a scumbag. Okay. And then she has the results of turbulent relationships. Not too long ago, about 3 years ago, she moved from Seattle to Texas with her family, her mother, and she changed her circumstance. She got sober. She changed her circumstance. She surrounded herself with different people. She changed her circumstance. Now, I don't know what's going on over here, but I could probably predict what's going on over here because the results are she seems to be in a relationship right now with a really, really beautiful man. A man that treats her correctly, a man that treats her with respect and love and care. So I'm guessing that the circumstance changed the way she thinks, the way she feels, and then I can certainly say she's taking different actions. I can certainly say she's having different results. This is the self-coaching model. So if you want to change your circumstance, I'm going to give you some hacks, because the challenge here is, if it's a closed loop, then what the heck do you do about it? Here's what you could do about it. You can change your circumstances. You can do so through prayer. Let's see. You can do so through prayer, meditation, relationship, exercise, affirmations, I got meditation on there already. Reading, did I get reading? No, I didn't get reading on there. Reading, podcast. Listen to the No Broke Months podcast. You want to get a daily dose of inspiration? Listen to the show. There's great stuff on there. There's tactics that I'll train you on that. When you take these areas will then guide you to have a new circumstance. Okay? This is the hack to changing your life. Visualization. I don't have visualization there. Visualization, your brain does not know the difference between a crystal clear visualization and reality. It doesn't know it. Your brain cannot tell the difference. For years, I would go to the gym, I'd go to the sauna or the steam room or the jacuzzi afterwards, and I would sit in there and I would visualize, what does my life look like when I'm helping 10 clients every single month to buy a home, sell a home, or invest in real estate? And I would see the things that I've accomplished. I would see the people that I've helped. And I did that for years. that became a reality. Today, I visualize the thousands of real estate agents that I'm helping to have no broke months. I'm seeing that crystal clear. I see the way that I can impact other people's lives, and I visualize that daily. I actually see you. I actually see the impact of you having the security and the safety and the confidence that you know you're going to get a paycheck month in and month out. Because I know that when I visualize that, it starts to change the way that I think. It starts to change the way I feel, the actions that I take, the results that I get. This is a way that you could take to be able to get the same. So, how will you get your results? My mother, who I mentioned to you, I'm sure I mentioned to you, she lives right over here, attached to my house here. I built her a home over there, and she asked me. She was an MRI tech, an X-ray tech, for I don't know her entire career. Once my dad left us, and call it 25 years or so. And my mom often asks me. She says, "Danny," she calls me Danny. She says, "Danny, why do you invest so much money into these coaches?" See, I've invested in myself something around $700,000 in the seminars I've attended, the coaches I've hired. I've got 5 coaches in my life today. I've invested more than $2 million into other people through the companies that I've led, owned, etc., where I have paid for other people's coaching, for their seminars, for their learning. And my mom's like, "Danny, why do you do that?" And I say simply to her, I said, "Mom, I love you. And if I wanted to be able to understand how to be the best MRI tech in the world, I'd go to you. But you don't have the skill or the experience of how to be able to have no broke months as a real estate agent. You don't have the skill to be able to do some of the things that I'm intending to do in my life, to be able to make a difference and an impact to a community of real estate agents across the entire country." So that's why I hire people to be able to coach me. This is why I encourage for you to do the same. Because if you want to have no broke months, then you're going to have to decide who's going to guide you to get there. It's the reason why I have selected some of the best coaches in the entire planet. Brendan Kane, I don't know if you've heard of him or not, but I pay him a ton of money for him to be able to guide me on how to be able to communicate my value in a way that can make an impact to others. I want to tell you about an event that I'm hosting, and I want to tell you about how I can help you in your business. Before I do so, I want to introduce you to some agents here, and then I want to introduce you to John Turner.
I'm Mindy Davis, and I was struggling to get sales for my real estate business.
I just got off a team after 6 years and am trying to go out on my own and start my own business.
I'm a seasoned agent, but I've certainly had some months with no business and some cash flow issues.
And then I met Dan Rochon, and within a few weeks, I had a sale, and then another and another. And I just finished his 3-day no broke months boot camp. And all I can say is, wow.
I just think it was fabulous. The training was really good. There was lots of great content, really good speakers.
And this class couldn't have come at a better time. I learned so much in just 3 days, wealth of knowledge, and more than I'd ever learned in my 6 years of doing real estate from any other coaching class.
Dan's amazing. He's opened my eyes to a lot of things and taught me things that I just haven't been able to get anywhere else.
The information is incredible. The energy is amazing.
It has been really helpful to me in my life and very importantly in my business.
So if you're looking to build a more consistent business in real estate,
Totally recommend it to anybody who wants to gain insight to tips and tricks of the marketplace, etc.
Can't say enough good things about coaching from Dan or Sean.
So thank you, Dan.
All right, so that's what some of the CPI community shared, and I want to introduce you to a friend of mine and one of the CPI community members, John Turner. And John, are you here? I can't see you. I hope that you're here. My goodness gracious, if you're not here, that would be embarrassing.
I am here, my man. I am here.
All right, hey John. All right, before I introduce you to John, I'm going to ask for you guys' permission. Would it be okay if I shared with you over the next 20 or so minutes a little bit more about how the CPI community could help you? Would that be okay? You guys okay with that? Now, this is either the right fit for you or it's not. Either way, I hope that this week I have already provided you with a value enough so that you'll take 20 minutes and say, hey, at least I'll listen to how Dan can help me, because what my intention is those students you just heard, I want you to see yourself as them. They're normal agents, just like John's a normal agent. Just like everybody within the CPI community, normal agents with no broke months. Johnny, welcome. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm good, Dan. I'm good.
Who are you?
I'm great. I'm great, man. I'm great.
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Who am I? Who am I?
Who are you? Who are you?
I am John Turner. I've been licensed since 2017. I'm licensed in the state of Virginia as well as Maryland. So
Okay.
I'm a part of the greetings team and a member
All
of
right.
the CPI community.
CPI community. So how long have you been a part of the CPI community for?
So I've been really active with the CPI community since November.
Okay. So about 4 months or so, a little bit less than 4 months or so.
Yep. Yeah.
Before you joined the CPI community, what was your result in real estate sales?
Actually, I joined the CPI community more so towards December because it was after
Okay.
Thanksgiving. But yeah.
Okay.
So, and see, what's been my experience?
Before joining the CPI community, what was your experience in real estate sales?
Yeah. So before joining the CPI community, my experience was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. As I said, I've been licensed since 2017, and I kind of was just a wandering kind of personality, right? Where it's just like, oh, well, I'm over here and I'm over here, opposed to just being like dedicated and committed. And yeah, so before I was really all over the place. I was lost, and I really didn't have much guidance.
Okay. What did you want from the CPI community?
Yeah, so what I wanted was that guidance in some direction, right, and where I need to be going, and then also kind of be able to be a part of a community with like-minded agents who were looking for the same things. So yeah, I mean, what I really wanted was some guidance, some purpose, some direction, so that I know exactly where I need to go.
Okay. And so then you joined the CPI community in December, and what were your results from then?
Yeah, so I joined the CPI community in December, and the intent was to kind of just take things like day by day, really, opposed to just having these grandiose expectations. And once I kind of started taking things day by day, joining the calls, connecting with Dan for some support, I've closed more deals in the beginning of the year than I did all of last year. So yeah, there's definitely been a shift and transition since joining the community.
Where do you anticipate your future will be?
Well, what my future will be is I also have a full-time job. And so what my future will be, I'll be in real estate full-time by the end of the year. So that's what my future will be. And my success, I know is going to continue to take off. I've got a lot of things that are in the pipeline. I've got more clients than I've ever had in the past. And this was just me kind of just committing to kind of taking things just day by day. So
How many more clients?
Say that again.
You said you had more clients than ever before. How many more?
Yeah. So last month I closed three deals. This month I have 4 new clients. So and possibly a 5th who could be signing on by as early as next week. So
And then last year, how many transactions did you close last year?
Yeah, last year I didn't have any, right? So
Zero.
0.
Okay.
So I've got.
What about the year before that? I didn't know that. What about the year before that?
Yeah, the year before that, I had 5.
5. Okay. So you've already had in the first, since joining the CPI community, you've already actually had more than your last 24 months, not your last 12 months.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Right. And by clients, I mean people who are signing like the buyer agency agreement, right? Not
Yeah.
people who I'm actually like just in conversations with.
Yeah, these are like legit. They hired you.
These are legit.
All right, cool. John, thank you for taking the time to share your experience today. Would
Yeah,
you
no,
guys
thank
think that John looks like this John, with love, with respect, does John, besides the fact that he's in the universe and his screensaver there, does he look like a superhero? He looks like an ordinary dude, right? I mean, to me, you're always going to be a superhero, Johnny T. Right?
No. Don't make me try to feel better about it now, Dan.
Okay, but we can all see within John, we can all see ourselves within him. Is that correct? Like we can all see that is an opportunity that we could do that. So I want to tell you today about 27 days to no broke months. This is our done for you program. We do this for you. I want you to understand that we have a program that will allow for you to have what Johnny T is having and even more, and allow for you to be able to achieve what your goals in life are, what your goals in real estate sales are. So my team and I will set you up so that within 27 days or less from the date of launch, you will be set up to have no broke months. We will get you business. We will show you the steps of how you can attend 3 appointments every single week, get hired 85% of the time, and never have a broke month again. This program is for agents who have closed a few transactions in the past, who may be dissatisfied with the inconsistency of your business, with the peaks and valleys of your business. There is no other solution. There is no other company, none, that offer what we offer. Maps does not do this. Buffini does not. Tom Ferry does not. None of the other companies offer you the complete package of not only will you get the coaching, the mentorship, the structure, the systems, the daily training, but also set up your lead generation sources so that you automatically get business coming into you. My team and I, we will get you business, and we will show you how to get the 3 appointments a week and how to get hired 85% of the time. And this is a new solution that when I started real estate sales did not exist. In 2018, when I sold the brokerage that I used to own, and I went and I met with one of my mentors, and my mentor advised me to write the book. I wrote the book Real Estate Evolution, but here's what I discovered. I discovered that nobody else was offering a system to be able to show real estate agents step by step how to make sales and how to have no broke months. And then on top of that, set you up so that your business is already coming into you. I want you to understand, you believe in yourself, you get this system, you will have no broke months. But to help you even believe in yourself even more so, a part of the system is scientific, psychological training to help you have a better belief in yourself. You're going to get the 10-step guide to CPI. This is, of course, you're going to get that. That's the blueprint. You're going to get 2 conversations with me a month. That anything that you get stuck throughout the month and you need help, give me a call. We have it scheduled. You just click on the link, you get on my schedule, and then we'll be on the phone call the same day. You can get the Death of Potential class. The Death of Potential class is the class that will teach you how to stay in business, and it's why 87% of real estate agents quit. The Death of Potential will show you how to believe in yourself and show you the scientific way so that you can stay in this business. You're going to get over-the-shoulder training. I will be there with you, helping you. That I will do some lead generation for you. Give me your list. I'll call them for you. I'll show you how it's done. You will have the opportunity to be able to not only look over my shoulder, but I will do some of it for you so that you can be able to have the clear pathway of here's how I do business. When you understand that you don't have to fear judgment, when you don't have to have stress, when you know that you're going to have the training to overcome the fear of judgment, to do that live prospecting call with me, to do the CPI step-by-step prospecting process, you're going to have a group message support, you're going to have a stress-free journal, you're going to have all kinds of training and resources that you're going to have in your real estate sales plan. You're going to have a plan with the strategies that will show you step-by-step of what to do. You're going to have the daily power-up. Every day, 5 days a week, we do a CPI baby steps. On Monday, we do Motivational Mindset Monday. That allows for you, we go through a curriculum like this. Hold on. This is the curriculum of the past few Mondays. What holds you back and how to overcome it. The gauntlet of rejection, how to never let fear stop you again. How to never lose respect from your family, friends, and others. How to gain rapid transformation through psychology and science. How to eliminate the unknown of real estate sales. These are the training courses for you that you'll have that will walk you step by step. And how would you feel when you can eliminate the unknown in real estate sales? How would you feel when you know that you can have respect from your family, your friends, and the people that you care for? That is what this training is designed to be able to do. It's also designed to be able to have you discover your way. First step in the training program, we're going to have a one-on-one call. And during that call, we're going to identify your superpower. And we're going to come up with a strategy, a tactic, a plan. Just like all the students that I shared with you before, we're going to come up with your way. And we're going to discover that on our call when we do the discovery call. We're going to identify your avatar. We're going to identify exactly who it is that you're intending to be able to get in front of. And we're going to set your tech up for you. You're going to have all the landing pages, all the ads. You're going to have 33 pay when you close portals that we're going to sign you up for. These portals include OpCity, Ojo, Referral Exchange, Dave Ramsey endorsed local providers, Agent Pronto. There's 33 different portals that we'll sign you up for. And about 1/3 of my business comes from those portals right there. That's about, call it around 36 to 40 or so real estate transactions a year come from that one source. I do pay a referral fee at the back end of it. You will have to pay the referral fee to them as well. Yet, if you could imagine having 35 or 40 just transactions just from one source of business, I'm sure that you'd be willing to pay a referral fee to those companies. We will set that up for you. The landing pages that we're going to set up, they're ready to go, and they will start generating leads for you today. The SMS marketing, it's built in for this. The email marketing is built in for this. The numerous lead generation strategies to deploy now are built in this. We're going to set up a rent-to-own portal for your buyers. The rent-to-own portal is for less than perfect credit. When somebody has less than perfect credit, guess what? There's an option that you could do. We'll set it up for you so that we'll introduce you to one of our corporate buyers who will come in and buy the property on behalf of your less than ideal credit, a renter or a rent-to-own purchaser, and they will set it up so that you get to pay the commission today. So just imagine all those people that you've met in the past that have less than perfect credit, you can now help them because we're going to set that up for you. You're going to get a time blocking calendar. You're going to get your chat bot set up, meaning that that when people come into your Facebook page and you get their information, the ManyChat chatbot is automatically going to start having the conversations on your behalf with the prospect to be able to convert them. This is a full done for you system. Many people feel as though if they know how to make sales, they just don't know like where to get the business so they can have sustainability. This does it for you. You're going to have a pipeline full system of your CPI CRM that's going to allow for you to take the home search funnel, the what's your home worth funnel, the lead manager. It's all going to funnel into your pipeline. You're going to have the buyer and seller lead email drip templates that I wrote. I've written these emails over 10 years it's taken me to write these emails to be able to accommodate every single problem of a transaction. You're going to have access to that. Just merely that alone, I paid a guy in North Carolina maybe about 10 years ago for his email templates. Cost me $3,500 10 years ago. Just merely that alone is worth the price of what we're offering here. You're going to be able to have a complete real estate sales plan to be able to follow. You're going to have inbound marketing strategies. We're going to set up your Facebook page for you, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your other social media to make it work for your business. You probably already have some of that set up, but it's just set up to work for your business. And guess what? Who here has ever heard about lead generating on Quora or Reddit? Raise your hand if you ever heard of it. Yeah, no, nobody, right? We find ways that other agents aren't using. So that when somebody's searching on Reddit or Quora and they say, what's the difference between a full service real estate agent and a discount broker? Guess what? Your answer that we'll write for you shows up. They'll be able to click on that link in your answer and it goes into your funnel of your sales page to be able to gather their information. This is all set up for you. You're going to have a social media posting schedule. You're going to you're going to have a system so that you know that you don't have to fear rejection. We're going to go through the science-based psychology selling principles, the Go for No challenge, the CPI certification, which by the way, if you don't want to get the done for you system, you can get the CPI certification and you could get so through this course today for $249 for the CPI certification. And when you get the CPI certification, you'll also, like I mentioned to you yesterday, be the co-author of this book. So if you just want just the boot camp, just the training, sign up for the certification. You could claim that right now for $249. But if you want all the systems, if you want us to do everything for you, in addition to the CPI certification, in addition to everything else, also you'll have the system to be able to get tons of reviews. So you'll have the positive review system. You'll have the life balance and organizational system. You'll have the how to run your business like a business system. By the way, you're business owners. All right, you're real estate agents that own a business. What if you took the CPI operating systems and now you know how to run your business like a business? Now I'm going to teach you the CPI operating system during the certification, but we're going to hold your hand over the next year to put it all together for you. You're going to get our administrative help. It's not just me, it's an entire team of administrators that are going to be able to help you put this together. So if you just merely had that, what do you think that would be worth to you? But in addition, you're also going to have 17 resources to find listings today. I'm going to show you exactly, here's where to get the listings. You're going to get the training. You're going to get the guidance to be able to get those FSBOs that we set you up for this week. And you're going to get the how to get offers accepted guide, how to show less and sell more. That is a 7-series webinar that you're going to have access to. And I want you to imagine, what would your life look like when you had plentiful listings? What would your world look like when you're like, hey, I just need to go and do my CPI time. I just need to lead generate, convert the leads to appointment, negotiate, go on the appointments and scripture role play. That's what my job is. I don't have to worry about all that 1,000,001 things because it's already been figured out for me. I just need to plug into the system. What would your life look like when you had that? When you had the plentiful systems, listing systems? I want you to imagine when you have the community of people behind you that are going to welcome you like family. And oh, by the way, you're going to get a bunch of cool swag, right? You're going to get t-shirts and you're going to get graduation trophies and you're going to get, celebrations of your success. And I want you to imagine what that would look like in your world. So you're going to get all this for you, and we value it at more than $36,000. But of course, I'm not going to charge you that $36,000 because you want to pay it, even though it's worth way more than the $36,000. So let me ask you a question. If my team and I, if we helped you to know how to believe in yourself so that you never fear rejection again, would this be worth an investment for you of at least $36,000? Yeah, it would be, but you're like, hey, I can't afford 36. I get it. Hang tight with me. If my team and I helped you to know how to stop being stressed in sales, how to follow a step-by-step process to real estate, how to make more sales, would it be worth it? If we could help you just simply to generate the leads consistently, to know once you get the leads, what to do once you get it, would it be worth it? If you only had the CRM and you only had the lead magnets and the lead pages and the inbound marketing strategies, would it be worth it? You're going to have that, and you're going to have a whole bunch more so that you can get the results of the students that you've seen so far. And in addition, we're also going to share with you bonuses. You're going to have an inventory of your personal traits, a 360-degree self-awareness analysis, a skill building exercise, 11 ways to believe in yourself. There's so much that you're going to get on this. I can't even tell you everything that you're going to get on this, which is why I'm going to ask for you right now to book a call with myself and one of my partners to learn how we can help you. Even if you don't believe that you have the money to invest in this, still book the call. Because when you book the call, you'll have the opportunity to, at the very least, get a coaching session with either myself or Curtis Tyree or Debbie Latuga, who are all skilled trainers. So if you got just merely how to believe in yourself, how to stop being afraid of judgment, how to never fear rejection, how to stop being stressed in sales, how to follow a step-by-step process, how to have enough leads, would it be worth it? So you could probably thinking like, okay, that's way too much. He's going to ask me this outrageous price. It's worth way more than $36,000. And today you could get it for $18,270 for a one-time payment. Now, we do have options of how to break that down into smaller chunks. So you probably don't have $18,270. If you do, that's the most affordable way to get it. But I want you to feel that once you put us in your corner, it's a full package. It's anything that you've seen out there, any of these shiny whistles or shiny whatever that you've seen out there, you stop looking. We're going to help you make sales. This is what we're going to do. So I'm going to ask for you right now, whether if you think you can do it or you think you can't do it, or if you're just curious, book the call, because I promise you at the end of that call, you'll have at least one nugget of what you can do in sales. You'll have a tactic and you'll have more clarity on what you can do. So I had an option when I put this together. I could either sell a cheap service and be like all those other coaches, or I could sell a premium service and help you have no broke months. Do a done for you system, a done with you system. And so your options: sign up today, invest in yourself, or having consistent sales for your career. And if you don't sign up, that's okay. Yet, what have you gotten so far? What have your results been so far? So again, even if you're like, there's no way I can afford that, have the conversation, because there is a way. I promise you. Just have a conversation with Curtis or Debbie or myself, and we'll start to build a business around your passion, around your expertise, your way. We'll start you to attract high quality leads without having to cold call, bang on doors, or beg. And we'll start so you can have no broke months without having to work 80 hours a week, and so much more. So what if it doesn't work? We give you 27 days action-based guarantee. Here's the deal. You sign up. If it doesn't work, tell me I suck. I'll give you all your money back. You keep everything. You keep everything. There's zero risk to you. I take the risk because I'm so passionate and I'm so certain that this works. If you're committed and you believe in yourself, I can help you. I promise you. So what to do next? What to do next is go ahead and book your call right now. And let's have that conversation, and let's deep dive into your way. And just to remind you what you're going to get, you're going to get all these systems that are on this screen right here: believe in yourself, overcome fear of judgment, no stress selling system, abundant lead flow system, real estate sales plan, inbound marketing system, overcome fear of rejection, positive reviews, never be alone in sales. And you're going to get that so that you have no broke months. We're going to save you time. We're going to save you effort. We're going to shortcut time for you. That's what we're here to do. So, how much time will this take? It will take as much time as you want to put into it, but there's 7 trainings every single week. And when you become a member, that's what we're going to be able to help you with. So thank you for the opportunity for me to present that to you. I'm going to ask again that you book your call. And tomorrow we're going to wrap everything up. I'm not going to pitch anything tomorrow. I promise. We're going to wrap it all up and we're going to put a bow on this for the week. And we're going to make sure that I give you good training content tomorrow. You're going to learn 10 things that cost you 0 money and 0 time. Go ahead and book the call right now. And I look forward to helping you to your success. God bless you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Make good choices. Make good choices. Have the best day of your life. Be grateful. Help somebody and go find a listing. And for those of you on VIP, hang tight. We're going to go right into the coaching corner. There is a payment plan for it. And when you book your call, we'll go through that with you. For those of you that were asking there. All right. So let's go ahead and